runners to the event safety and information video for this coming weekend's Bouddi Coastal Run. Really looking forward to welcoming you all up to Kilcare for this terrific trail running event. Before we get started, I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the traditional custodians upon whose land we will be meeting and pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. A few thank yous here at the top. A big shout out to all our event sponsors, without whose assistance we wouldn't be able to put on the event. They include Central Coast Council, Tailwind, Paddy Palin and Tarkin. And also a big thanks to our event supporters as well. The community of Kilcare and Kilcare Surf Life Saving Club in particular, and the help of Crest, who help the radio communications on the course, and most importantly, all our terrific event volunteers, without whose support we wouldn't be able to put on the event. So a big thank you to all those groups as well. A few safety things I want to cover off in this video. I'll try to keep it brief, but please take the time to watch all the way through to the end. The most important safety aspect for this coming weekend's event is going to be the weather. It is going to be quite warm. It is November and the forecast is looking like temperatures will creep into the 30 degrees on race day. That will mean that it will be hot on course and runners need to plan accordingly. We will be doing things like putting extra water on course to assist you, but please help us help you by making sure that you plan accordingly. So please make sure that you're carrying plenty of water on the course. The minimum, as per the race rules, is 500 mils per person. A lot of you will and should take a lot more than that. Make sure that's topped up from the start and make sure you're topping up as you go around the course at the water stations. Also, when it is that hot, there is the risk of heat stress leading to heat exhaustion. So please make sure that you're stopping, you're slowing down and you're cooling down if you really start to feel the effects of the heat. That is very important to keep you safe out on course. So help us help you by doing those couple of things. That would be greatly appreciated. If you do come across a runner out on course that is in need of assistance, best thing to do is to stop and provide any assistance that you can and send the next runner that comes along further along the course with the injured runner's race number. Let us know where and the nature of the injury so that we can then initiate the appropriate first aid response. If you do need to get in touch with us urgently, emergency contact details are printed on the back of your race bibs as well. Another important safety aspect for this weekend is that all runners will at different times on the course be running alongside some roads. The roads are very quiet and will not have a lot of traffic travelling along them, but they will not be closed and could have cars travelling along them. So whenever you're travelling along a road, make sure you're staying left, staying in single file and following the directions of any traffic controllers or marshals that are in that location. They are there to help keep you safe. So make sure you're listening to their directions. Give way to any cars, as I mentioned. The few seconds you stop to give way to a car is much better than the alternative. The weather, as I mentioned, will be warm. That could well lead to snakes being out on the course. If you do come across any snakes, make sure you warn other runners around you. Give it plenty of space. It's going to be more scared of you than you are of it. So give it plenty of space to allow it to move off the course. Also, make sure you watch your footing out on the course. There are some technical areas along the course, plenty of trip hazards, obviously, and some stairs that can trip runners up. So make sure you're watching your footing, running to your ability, not overexerting yourself, which can lead to you tripping and falling. Transport for the day. A big thank you to all the runners that have opted in for the shuttle bus to and from Woy train station, either catching the train there or just parking there and catching the shuttle bus to and from the event rather than coming all the way into Kilcare. For you runners that are using the shuttle bus and catching the train, make sure when the train arrives at Woy train station, you efficiently move from the train down to the shuttle buses. They won't be loitering around. There is that time frame when the shuttle buses will be leaving, so make sure you arrive, and if you arrive on the train, make sure you get off, head straight down to the shuttle buses and get over to the event centre so we can get everyone to the start nice and early. If you are driving to Kilcare, we ask that you carpool wherever possible to minimise the number of cars coming down to the event. There will be traffic controllers engaged to help maintain the flow of traffic and fill up all the available car parking spots. Therefore, as you turn up, please follow the directions of those marshals. They're going to make sure that all the car parks get filled. Don't just park willy-nilly. That will lead to us not being able to get as many cars parked safely as possible. Follow the directions of the marshals. Allow plenty of time. And also just take care when you are walking to and from the event centre for the start. There will be plenty of people, as I said, arriving and driving around, so take care when moving around those areas. That applies to both people walking to the event start or walking away from the event, but also the people as they arrive to the event in your car. Watch out, there will be increased pedestrian activity. When you come down to registration, please just provide us with your race number and we'll be able to provide you with the appropriate race bib. The information for your race bib was emailed out on Thursday. It is also available under the latest news section of the website if you didn't receive that email. There will be some hard copies of the runner list available on the day as well, in case you missed those. The course will be very heavily marked come Saturday. There'll be plenty of red on right arrows and red on right wrong way signs indicating which way to go and which ways not to go, and pink flagging tape along the course to indicate that you are going in the right direction. The course will be marked, it will then be checked, and then it will be rechecked again on Saturday morning by our dedicated team of pre-runners to make sure there's no chance of any runners being misdirected. There is one split point on this course where the 14-kilometre runners continue straight up towards Mount Bouddi, while the 21-kilometre runners turn off to do the additional 7 kilometres they need to do for their course. So pay attention when you hit that spot. It's marshalled and there's course split signage at that location, so pay attention to that. Follow the sign for your appropriate course. For you 21-kilometre runners, just after that split point, there's a short section where the track narrows slightly and there could be two-way traffic as the faster runners have completed that 7K section, are coming back, maybe encountering some of our runners that like to take more time on the course. So just win that small section, make sure you stay left, keep an eye out for runners coming in the other direction and give each other plenty of space to allow both of you to enjoy the day. Aid stations on the course. There are 2 aid stations for you 21-kilometre runners. You actually visit one of them twice. So there's 3 aid stations for you. 1 aid station on the 14-kilometre course. And as I mentioned, we're going to be putting in some additional water at the Maitland Bay car park as well. That will be encountered by all runners. So another opportunity to make sure you fill up with water. Lastly, the last thing I want to cover off is for those runners that are going to be using headphones on the day, and I understand a lot of you will be, please make sure you keep the volume down to a level where you can hear other runners around you, and most importantly, the directions of any traffic controllers, marshals, and things like that. Best idea is to only have one earbud in if you have in-ear headphones. If you have over the ear, make sure you turn it down, stop the music whenever you start coming across areas where you will run alongside the road at the split point, for example, so you can hear the directions of the marshals. They're there to help you enjoy the day, so help them by making sure that you can hear their directions. That's all from me at this point in time. Really looking forward to seeing you all bright and early on Saturday for the Bouddi Coastal Run. Thanks very much.